Who drinks a cup of coffee when they wake up? When I roll out of bed, it is the first thing that I do. People around the world with different cultures and tastes agree. Coffee is something people find tasty and enjoyable. From those who start their day or need a pick-me-up, those who want to be social or meet up with friends, coffee is a common ground and a piece of the day for many. Coffee, frequently drank worldwide, has deep historic roots, with many types and possible health benefits. According to the Comprehensive Guide to the Bean, the Beverage, and the Industry by Robert W. Thurston, coffee surged forefront in public culture. A surge in coffee shops and corporate favorites like Starbucks, Peet's, the Coffee Bean Caribou has taken over. In today's presentation, we will examine a brief history of coffee, types of coffee drinks, and end discussing health benefits discovered from effects of coffee. The likes of coffee and the culture of coffee are all profound. As stated in Coffee, A Dark History by Anthony Wilde, coffee was the first traded commodity more than 350 years ago. The word coffee came from Ethiopia, where it was first discovered. As consumption grew in Arabic countries, it made its way to Persia, Egypt, Syria, and Turkey. The Islamic religion prohibited consumption, and soon it gained commercial popularity in Europe. By the 18th century, coffee houses were born, supplementing beer and wine. Europeans began cultivating coffee trees, but this later more so extended to Central and South America. By the 1930s, Brazil produced the first soluble coffee, which made production skyrocket. Today, Brazil is the most significant coffee exporter. Coffee was battered and criticized. Some thought its stimulation to the brain was satanic and considered toxic. Now that we have a brief history, I will examine a few of the many different types of coffee and espresso drinks. With influence to changes in culture and society, around the world, people love their coffee and they love it in different ways. Long black, cafe americano, flat white, frappe, Turkish coffee, ristretto, cafe au lait, just to name a few. But according to the database presented on tasteatlas.com, the most popularly served coffee drinks are espresso, cappuccino, and cortado. According to Espresso, the Deluxe Food Lover's Companion from 2015, an espresso is dark and strong coffee. The technique used in preparation forces steam or hot water through finely ground Italian roasted beans. This produces creamy, dark, and beige froth on top called crema. Served in a tiny miniature cup, it is a classic for Europeans. In the journal Neglected Food Bubbles, the espresso coffee foam, Food Biophysics claims espresso is most popular in Italy, where it was first invented. More than 50 million cups of espresso are consumed daily worldwide. More comforting and less abrasive is the cappuccino, a light foamy Italian specialty. TheSpruceEats.com details a cappuccino equal parts double espresso and steamed milk. Meaning little cap in Italian, cappuccino's three layers are espresso, heated milk, and a frothy, foamy milk on top. Cappuccino is famous for its fancy barista designs on the top layer, or cinnamon or cocoa sprinkled for extra flavor. And less intense but also popular, the cortado from Spain. Less rich because Spaniards preferred a weaker version of coffee. Brewed longer than normal espresso and similar to cappuccino, but will have little to no foam, if any. It is similar to a flat white with a less velvety and thick finish. Today, baristas continue to innovate cutting-edge flavors to appease new trends. Now that we've learned different types of coffee drinks, I will end with a brief overview of possible health benefits being discovered. As Britta Fowler states in her book, The Craft and Science of Coffee, some approach coffee as a craft, building skills and experience, while others consider it more of an object for scientific study. According to the peer-reviewed journal, article, Nutrients, Coffee and Caffeine Consumption for Human Health by MDPI 2021, coffee may be a potential functional food given its biochemical properties and health benefits. They also mention that men are more inclined to drink coffee for its benefits than women, and although coffee drinkers want their caffeine fix, the future may hold more dynamic reasoning to consume it. With the coffee's many bioactive compounds, scientists are finding it does provide some neurological protection through antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, helping with the preventative measures in Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and other neuropathic diseases. In the book Coffee and Health and Disease Prevention, edited by Victor R. Preedy and Elsweiser Science Technology 2014, this involves intake of an amyloid protein, which helps regulate certain enzymes. This turns on the antioxidant defense system to help fight off neuropathological diseases and disorders. The minimal oxidative stresses lowers chance of coronary and cardiovascular disease. It may also lower risk of cirrhosis and other chronic diseases, as well as reduce risk of primary liver cancer. Caffeine can also support ocular health, may protect from retinal degeneration, diseases of the retina, and cataracts. According to Nursing Standard, men who consume 3 cups of coffee a day have 53% less risk to develop prostate cancer than men who don't. There is much to explain in account regarding health benefits that coffee offers and what the scientific discoveries hold in the future. With all that I have covered today, you have an understanding of coffee's roots, the endless options to consume it, and it may present health benefits to fight future disease. First, I explained a brief overview of coffee's history. I then informed you the variety of coffee drinks from around the world. Lastly, I mentioned the possible health benefits that coffee may wreak. In conclusion, coffee has a long history, continuing to be told through classic staples and newly crafted ideas. Benefits from coffee are newly developing. Scientists continue to find benefits through their studies. From helping us wake up to the joys and comforts that it offers, coffee brings people together, and maybe just one cup of joe might keep the doctor away.